For Manheim Central's Maddie Nyer, she is chasing history over there in Manheim, and let's show you here. She is currently standing at 966 career points, which means she's approaching 1,000 very quickly. She averages about 22 points a game, sometimes a little bit more than that if she's really on point. So that could happen any day now.
You know, I'm sure that she's very well aware of it, but you know, knowing her makeup is you know, it's about the team. You know, I'm sure she'll take the accolades, but you know, for him, it's more about, I think, W's than anything else. And you know, there's a lot of expectation with this team. They've got some balance, they've got some depth, they've got other girls that can contribute with the scoring. So that helps take some of the pressure of her actually having to score all the time. But when it comes to crunch time, and there's somebody that needs the ball in a scorer's hand, you know it's going to end up in Maddie Nyer's hand, and more often than not, she's coming through.
A couple of things that of note just about her stats. Number one, free throw shooting. I think she's well over 80% at 25 at 29. So when she gets to the charity stripe, she is going to make them most of the time. But the one number that really is incredible to me is that she doesn't really shoot a lot of three-point shots. And you would think with somebody that gets that many points in scoring that she would shoot it from the arc a lot, but she doesn't. She makes the shots and she drives in the lane, and her team looks to get her the ball. She makes everybody better. She's making up about 44% of her team's scoring right now. So when you look at it that way, it seems high, but she is the go-to girl there, and looking forward to seeing her in a couple of weeks.
Manheim Central is currently leading in the Section 3 standings, and we can show everybody at home kind of what that looks like, because Manheim Central's sitting at the top. Now, they will have teams coming for them, but they are 4-0 right now in league play, 6-2 overall. And they will have crossover games, as I said, with Section 4, which will count this year, but they've got to fend off the likes of Lampeter, Strasburg, Garden Spot, Cocalico, Solanco, and then you go down to Lancaster Catholic and everybody in Section 4. So, Tim, your thoughts on Manheim Central's chance at bringing home the Section 3 title? That's really been a work in progress here for the past few years that Maddie Nyer has shown up, but this really seems like the year and the team that they need to go and get that this year.
We talked about this team a couple of years ago, Chad, and I remember you and I were saying, doing a game, how well this team is going to be in about 2 or 3 years when these kids gel. Remember, this was a very young team a couple of years ago. They now, I believe, have the one area that they maybe lacked the first couple of years. They've got the confidence now, and they are the team to beat. They probably know that, but they can score and play with the best of them. I believe that they will win the section.
I'm sure Coach Tyson Hayes is reminding them, look, we cannot overlook anybody within our section. Obviously, Garden Spot got off to a really good start. They've leveled off. They're a 500 team now. We saw LS last Wednesday when they took on Cocalico, and I think this is a team that as the season goes on, you're going to see them really start to fine-tune their game, and I think that they're going to make a run. So, like you said, you know, the old cliche, one game at a time, don't overlook your opponents. But I would say, yeah, Manheim Central's in the driver's seat. And I have to agree with Tim, too. That matchup with Lancaster Catholic will be a really good measuring stick to see how they fare against some of the elite schools, elite programs within the Lancaster Lebanon League.
Let's move on to another player that is doing chasing a little bit different of a milestone, and that is Cocalico's Kiersten Shipton. Now, she can launch it from the outside, and when you take a look at some of her numbers, we've had Cocalico on the channel a few times. She is now up to 79 career three-pointers in her third year of playing for Cocalico. She's been playing since a freshman, and with that 79, she just passes former Cocalico teammate Izzy Mack from last year. She's in second place all-time, just looking up at number 1, which right now is Emily Fosnot at 91, which is very tangible this season. Tim, we've seen Cocalico a couple of times, and Shipton has flashed moments of brilliance, and then other times they've been able to kind of keep her quiet. How effective is she, and what do you think of her chances here as she's trying to chase down 91 three-pointers?
Well, first of all, her chances, I believe, are pretty good. She's got to get 12 at least to tie, 13 to win. She can even get probably one a game and still almost make that. We saw her playing in the game against Ephrata on Monday night. She really didn't get going, Chad, and we talked about it during the telecast until about the fourth quarter. And she wasn't really looking to score. And I don't know if that was because she was down a little bit, she had a little confidence issues, or if possibly the defense that was, playing her was just that good. I know that one player for Ephrata was really hounding her all over the court, but she is one of the better players on the court. I know that we talked about this during the beginning of the season, that she's got to really step up. And I don't know if she has stepped up. She's not even the leading scorer on her team right now. And I believe she just needs more confidence to get in her head that, look, she is the best player on her squad right now, and she's got to start carrying the team.
By the way, to have be second place all time in your program history in just halfway through your junior year is pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I think that she benefited greatly last year with the team that she was part of. There was so much senior leadership, and she probably had really more opportunities to launch those threes. And like Tim said, I think what she's running into this year is that opposing defenses are keying on her. So I think her maturity now is really starting to come through, that she's not going to try and force something up just to unload a three. If it's not there, she's not going to take it. But if given the opportunity, she's got a good look. Obviously, she's got the skill set to do that and nail them. Can she do it this year? Yeah. I mean, she'll probably need a couple of games where she'll need 2 or 3, because there might be other games where she might not get any, or maybe only 1. But I think you're really starting to see her now grow as a team player and making really the team better. But if given that opportunity, absolutely, she could nail them. And it'd be nice to see it done this year, and especially if it's a home game as well. That would be the icing on the cake for her.
I do believe we have Manheim Central Cocalico girls on the channel at the end of the year in February. So that would be a great time as well. Just putting that out there. By the way, she had the 1 3-pointer in the Ephrata game on Monday. That put her into second. She had 3 more last night against Elko, so that put her up to 79. So she can pour it on in bunches when she gets the opportunity. For Ephrata, Jasmine Griffin, when she came on as a freshman, you could really see that she had flashed some talent as well, and she is climbing up the scoring ranks as well. Now, not as fast as Maddie Nyer, as both of those players burst onto the scene at the same time, but again, we can show you she is at 768, which is very impressive for halfway through your junior year, as she's averaging 18 points a game, and she does shoot a little more 3-pointers than Maddie Nyer, and we just saw her the other night. She can score in bunches. She's got some work to do. And, in my opinion, if she gets on fire, could get it towards the end of this year if Ephrata does make the playoffs. But, guys, another one of those players that is just so fun to watch. All the fundamentals, can do so many different things for her team.
We talk about the complete players a lot, but she really is a complete player. She brings the ball up the court. She rebounds well, hustles. She can shoot the 3, but, boy, what she does the best, and we saw this on Monday night, is she can just drive the lane. The one thing that's deceptive about her is that she uses her left hand extremely well. She probably favors that a little bit too much because she is left-handed, I'm assuming, but she does go to that right hand dribble at times. But boy, she just can electrify. Now, last night or on Monday night, she scored just 14 points, missed a lot of easy shots. And we were talking about that during the telecast, Chad, but then she came back last night against a very good Hempfield team and scored 22 points. So this is someone who can really take a back seat and feed her players, or feed her teammates rather. But when she has to, she can score at will, and she is fun to watch. You just really talked about it, Chad. Boy, to have 3 great ball players, Shipton, Knier, and Griffith, in our coverage area is just a treat to watch.
She is an inside-outside threat, and anytime you see somebody that's able to drive the lane like that, that shows that they've got a lot of confidence as far as their ball handling is concerned, because once you start going down that lane, there's going to be a lot of congestion. But obviously, Griffin's got a lot of confidence in her ball control, and to see somebody have that ability to dribble drive and then stop and unload a three. That's a fun player to watch.